Okay, so yesterday, my best friend Megan, as you've seen, Megan, she gave me two options. Those looks she picked, she just picked them. They were her two favorites that she had seen when she was scrolling. And it intrigued me because both of them kind of have a nice tone that they both kind of flow together nicely. So what it gave me an idea to do a day to night look using both of those looks. So Megan, both of the looks that you requested are going to be done in this video. So I want to do a day to night. So for the working woman, working man, working girl, working boy, everyone in life can do this. So basically we're going to run through our morning routine and I'm going to show you guys how to transition something that you wore all day at work into a night look. If you guys are going to a dinner, the club, or anything that you just want to look a little bit more dramatic for. So first, what I always do in the mornings, I always wash my face before I put any makeup on. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have known from previous videos that I actually don't wash my face if I'm not putting makeup on. Whether or not I'm leaving the house, it doesn't matter. If I'm not putting makeup on in the mornings, I don't wash my face just because my skin doesn't need it. I've actually learned a lot about my skin within the past year, and I'm excited to share with you guys eventually what all I have learned. So for my particular skin type, everyone is completely different and unique, but on the days that I am wearing makeup, I don't like to completely strip them. So what I actually use is honey. Honey has changed my life. Honey, it just cleans your skin. It kind of just gets off that nasty layer on the skin. It's not going to strip you of all your oils. It's not going to get rid of any deep pore. It's not an actual cleanser. It's honey. But I really enjoy the way that it makes my skin feel. So, sorry. My lips are starting to get really chapped. So I just brushed my teeth, washed my face with some honey, and now I'm going to go in with the rest of my routine. So in the mornings, you always want to moisturize. The foundation I'm using is actual moisturizer, but I like to have as much hydration as I can because I'm more dry. If you are more oily, then you could possibly skip this step, but this is the Clinique Moisture Surge Hydrating Supercharged Concentrate. Literally one of the best moisturizers I ever used. It's more of a gel consistency, so it's just going to be really hydrating, and it dries really quickly, so it goes really nicely underneath of makeup. I know, my face always gets really red when I put moisturizer and stuff on. I don't know. So next I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. It's silicone-free, alcohol-free, and oil-free. I love this setting spray. I know that I was very true to the Mario Badescu. I think that Mario Badescu spray is an amazing skincare aspect to have, but I don't think that I really like it in terms of setting makeup. So our skin is nice and hydrated. I definitely recommend that if you are taking a morning to night look, you want to use a primer. I like to use the pore filling primer because I feel like it really just smooths over my pores, and it's just gonna make all of that makeup just adhere a lot nicer to the skin, and it's just gonna make it last a lot longer. I swear, I'm not pushing hard. I don't push hard at all on my skin. Like, my face just turns red so easy. My Renewed Hope in a Jar by Philosophy, and it's Renewed Hope in a Jar Skin Tint. So I've been using this as my foundation. I have been adoring it. It's literally, my skin's been doing pretty things for me lately, so I haven't had to use a lot of coverage. I've actually stopped wearing a lot of coverage, and I noticed a big change in my skin then. So, but I'm going to take a little bit of this. This is literally just very, very light coverage, so you don't need a lot. I'm actually just going to focus it where my self-tanner has faded, just so that I can kind of blend the color from my self-tanner onto my skin. So now, I don't know if I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I have switched up my concealer routine. I am going to be going in with two concealers and doing the Boing Hydrating Concealer and the Boing Brightening Concealer, both by Benefit. I like to use the two because the brightening is going to help to get rid of all the darkness that I have around my face, and then the hydrating is going to keep my dry ass under eyes not from being crusty. I'm putting the hydrating concealer right underneath my bags. If you notice, I'm not coming anywhere onto the eyelid. I'm literally putting it right underneath of my bag. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and dip into the erase paste. I didn't go a lot. If you go very heavy with this, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. But what you're gonna do is take under there with your face. You want all of this to stretch down, and you want to look up. So I have found that this is the key. I know it's crazy, but it makes a big difference. So, and just pat. And just work it back and forth. And see, it's just so natural. Basically, like, literally no pressure. I'm putting no pressure, twisting it, lifting it up. That's it. That's all you need. And then just tap that right in and just really buff that in. And then what I'm going to do is take the brightening again, no pressure, pick up just a little bit, put it on my eyelid here. Now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my Kat Von D translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to set my face. I'm not going to be using a brush for this because I don't want a lot of product. You want to go very light with powder as well. This is going to also help to just give that natural dewy skin, not diminish and make it very matte. Set. I'm going to be using my Smashbox contour palette, and this has a beautiful banana shade, a contour shade, and bronzer shade. So we'll take a little bit of the bronze shade, and I'm literally just going to tap this onto the skin. I'm just kind of putting this bronzer everywhere now. I'm not picking up any extra bronzer though. I just want everything to be the same color. I don't want to just kind of look like I've been in the sun all day. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and fill in my brows. I am going to be using my Precisely Brow and my Goof Proof Brow Pencils by Benefit. And I'm sorry, I just like took all of them off. So what I'm going to do is start in the middle here and create my brow. This is my new brow though. This is what I'm working towards. I'm going to take the Goof Proof and just fill it in. Alright, it looks kind of crazy right now, but I don't like to put any product where I want my taper to be. I can just coat those hairs and it'll just look so natural there in the front. So, as far as brows go, because I kind of just now remembered that this is supposed to be done in like the morning. So like any 3 of these, you can achieve a daytime brow. So any 3 of these, you can get a daytime brow. Now we're going to be dipping into the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. And I'm going to be using my Morphe 441 brush, which I need to clean, but I'm going with oranges today, so it's okay. Yeah, we're gonna go in with butter. So the awesome thing about this is literally you just need 2 shades. So I'm gonna go in first with Silk Cream, which is just like a transition shade. I was trying to use this as a mirror just now. And I'm going to be just popping this into the crease. This is just gonna give a little bit of transition, a little definition. And as you guys know, I always focus when I'm doing creases, I always focus 1/2 of the product on top of the brush. So I'm going to be tipping it with a flat brush into butter. And I'm going to be lightly placing this all over my eyelid. Going in with no additional product and just blending out all of those edges. And now I'm going to take butter again and just dust it right underneath of my lashes. I've already curled my lashes. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Better Than Sex mascara. next what I'm going to do is just pick up a little angled brush or a little definer detail, a little detail brush, and put this on my inner tear duct just to wake us up a little bit more. Dipping into my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm just going to re-bronze the skin up a little bit more on the outside here. And I am not doing a lip liner only because I'm wiping it off in like literally 2 seconds. But normally I would do a lip liner with a color like this. And if you want to just remain really dewy like this, just really natural, just as the light will hit, then I recommend no highlighter. But I am going to just put a touch on the apples of my cheeks just to make me feel and look even more like just like hydrated and dewy and youthful and glowy. I will go ahead and set with the Too Faced Hangover Primer and Setting Spray. Something else I just started doing after I spray my face with makeup on, you can take your beauty blender and just dabble this in. This is going to just adhere all of the products so beautifully together. It really gives the illusion of skin instead of like you have product on. I know I did take a little extra time just because I'm an extra bitch, okay? Like I said with the brows, give or take. You don't fill your brows in, don't fill them in. Just literally pop a little bit of an eyeshadow on your lid. I did a more of a orangey shadow just because of the transition that I'm wanting to go into. That is something else that you could consider though. When you are getting ready for work, if you're not wanting to do your makeup, do something light on the eye so that whenever you go and back to apply more product, this color doesn't affect what you're trying to do. I'm gonna go and wipe off my lipper, or I'm gonna take some pictures, strap my shit, and then I'm gonna wipe off my lip, and I'll be right back. Okay, perfect. So pretend that I just worked an 8-hour day. I have a few minutes. I just got home at 6. We're meeting someone at 7. I have 30 minutes to just spruce up my look entirely. So what I'm gonna do is first, I'm gonna wipe my lips off, put concealer on, put Carmex on. Then I'm gonna refresh my skin. Just a few squirts, you don't need much. And then I'm gonna just bounce everything in. Next, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and jump into my eyes. I am gonna go ahead in with Creamsicle with the Jaclyn Hill Palette, and I'm just going to work this into my outer crease just to kind of bring more vibrancy to the orange. I'm going to be taking the shade Pooter. I'm actually putting it inside of my crease. Like, I don't really want to bring it up too high. I just want this to create more depth into my eye. And I want you to notice how I'm blending. Normally I blend like this if I'm wanting it to come up, but I'm wanting it to stay put, so I'm literally taking it straight out from my crease. So now what I'm going to be dipping into is Jetta. I want this turquoise to just slightly speak. Dipping into Enchanted. You don't want a lot of Enchanted at all. I'm just going to put it on the outer corner just to further deepen my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and start to pack on this turquoise. This is Pool Party by the Jaclyn Hill Palette. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my NYC liquid liner. These are sharp bitches. Now I'm going to go ahead, put a little bit of translucent setting powder under my eyes just so I can go ahead and do my under eye. First dip into Creamsicle. I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. Hello. I feel like I'm on crack now. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get back with this guy, and I'm going to be dipping into that turquoise shade. Feel like you want to, you can totally stop here. I am gonna add a little bit of foundation powder just because that's going to be a night affair, so I want to give myself a little bit more coverage. I am going in with the Bare Minerals Original Foundation in Golden Medium, and I'm going to be using the Beautiful Finish brush by Bare Minerals as well. And dip into both of the bronzing shades in this palette and kind of sculpt out my face. And then I'm going to also take a little bit of the banana powder. Give myself a little highlight here. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit more mascara. I'm not doing false lashes. Bottom lashes, I just don't get down with them, man. My bottom lashes are just so long. I think it just makes, I feel like it just makes me uncomfortable. Go ahead and go in with MAC Strip Down Liner. And I'm just going to line my lips. Take a little bit, where's that? Of Forbidden Gloss by Bare Minerals. Go ahead and spritz my skin. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys want to see. I want to do what you want to see. I am planning on doing a how I self-tan, how I treat my hair, what I've been doing to my skin, and some other fun tutorials soon. So if you guys want to see those, please let me know because I would love to do them sooner if need be. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope that it helps you transition from morning to night a lot better. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.